Welcome to another episode 5 for Open Relationship Podcast. I'm your host, Rodney.
Devin.
Tay.
Solomon.
Now, y'all messing. Now, we too far in if y'all be messing like that. Well, welcome, guys, to Open Relationship Podcast, where we have an open and honest conversation about everything from A to Z as it pertains to the LGBTQ community and beyond. How was your week, Devin?
I had a good week. I was telling y'all before the show started, before we started recording, that I was a little emotional about a few things. Just, in the guy department. We won't get specific, but yeah, we'll talk about it later. But
we're open with our openers.
We're open. So I was just, feeling away, but after talking to the guys and some of my friends, crying a little bit, I feel better. Crying? Yeah, I was really sad. I was really going through.
You're not gonna cry, Menge Blige.
Yeah, I'm not gonna cry tonight though. So don't think I'm about to be on the show crying. Yeah, but I feel good though. It's just one of those things, like ups and downs, whatever. Yeah, but I'm here. I'm feeling good. I'm looking good. We're all looking good.
Yeah, we do. Everybody looking good and healthy and fine.
Yes, episode
got the
5.
thighs out.
we need to have a thigh episode.
I know a whole thigh. This is
Right.
dedicated to the thighs. How was your week, Tay?
It's been a week. But for the most part, it's been okay. Like I said, still adjusting to all the new changes. Looking forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow's my anniversary.
Yes.
I know, but I saw something, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Life happens, so...
Okay.
But no, tomorrow's my anniversary. I'm super excited about that. So we're going to definitely enjoy that. And yeah, I will let you guys know about that later on.
So are you pulling out any tricks tomorrow? Are you going to
I'll try to speak in code.
throw it on him some type of way that you never thrown it on him
I
before?
have a few things up my sleeve. I don't want to say too much because he watches. So
Right.
But
by the time he sees
And they're gonna be
this,
some Monday.
right? By the time he sees this, look.
Oh, well, let me show you. We're supposed to say dates. But you good, Tay?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
How about you, Solomon?
It's been a good week. The weekend was actually pretty good. Hung out at the
We
Jazz
had a
Festival
good
with
time.
Rodney.
We hung out, but we know why you didn't show up, so I'm sorry about that. Yeah, because we were like, where the fuck this girl
I
at?
don't think that's why I didn't show up. Those are 2 separate days.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
because
when was the festival?
Sunday, right?
So I didn't show
Yeah,
up.
so Saturday. By time, they don't even know what's going on. So if I explain,
Yeah.
nothing serious. But remember, we had somebody at the house doing the.
Oh,
wedding, so by the time
yeah.
we left,
You was over after day one.
I was.
You wasn't crying no more on Sunday.
No, I was crying yesterday. Everything was great until yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the part you missed. Everything was great. Like Saturday was amazing.
These folks be asking you, what day do y'all drop?
But so I was telling Rodney, I was text messaging back and forth with my mom, and then she was like, "Did you send me a link to follow you on Instagram?" And I was like, No. And then immediately looked and she started following me, and I was like, "Oh no."
Oh, wow.
So she's gonna see all the tea, all the episodes.
Look, it was like this. Block. I love that meme.
So did you block her or you let her follow you?
There's the option where you can unfollow somebody, or you can what is it?
Restrict their view.
I guess it's restrict them, or you can make them unfollow you and they don't get notified.
I never seen that.
Yeah, there's a feature in Instagram where you can do that.
Oh, let's look that up after.
Oh, well, I need to know that.
Exactly. Yeah.
That was the update.
But yeah, I was like, we.
Yeah, no ma'am. No ma'am.
No.
No ma'am. I love you and we're open, but just no ma'am.
So she don't watch the show?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My mom has seen clips that I posted on Facebook. So I'll post certain clips on Facebook that I won't post on Instagram just because it's more family oriented. But I'll still have the link on Facebook. So it's like, if you want to go there and look at it, go ahead. But I'm not going to be like how we were talking about swallowing on the clip. I'm not going to put that clip.
My mom
Facebook.
watched it. She was like...
She probably say, he got a potty mouth. And I do. And I do.
Child.
How was your weekend or your week?
My weekend was wonderful. I had a good time with you and my friends. I got drunk. Thigh was out.
Yes.
I was part of Hoochie Coochie Daddy Committee.
I
We
heard
get
about
along.
that. It's been
On Monday, I chilled. On Tuesday was a great work day. But today,
oh, shit.
Child.
hallelujah, a bitch tried me. And just know that they won't be trying me no more.
Do you feel like you handled it well?
I did.
Okay.
I did. I'm very professional when it comes to like things, because one thing I don't tolerate foolishness and people who play dumb to stuff.
Yeah.
And like, don't try to play me. That's the only thing. Just don't try to play me for a fool.
Right.
Like when I know you know what you're doing, like your numbers, like it's anyway. But other than that, let's go on and start the show.
All right, so that brings us to our next portion of the show. You guys know that we're always going to highlight a sponsor or highlight a business, give some type of shout out. So today we have Bay Bridge Vineyards. They sponsored us and sent us 4 bottles of wine. Normally we get like maybe 1 or 2 for us to share, but this
Savannah
time
White.
they gave us 4. So
Did you say Savannah White?
I said Savannah.
Wow.
So it's almost as if we can each get our own bottle, but we're kind of doing like a wine tasting situation. So they gave us a red blend, they gave us a white Zinfandel, they gave us a Merlot, and they gave us a peach Moscato. So we went ahead and opened the peach Moscato first, and I think it's really good. What do you guys think?
It is.
It's awesome.
It's tasty.
Even Tay like it, so you know it's good.
Right.
Because we know Tay's not really a wine guy.
I'm really not a wine person.
But it's really good. So you guys make sure you go and get
So you
yourselves a
gonna take a
bottle. Again, thank
you
you
wanna take
to
another one?
Bay
Yeah,
Bridge.
that's
I'm in the middle of shouting out a sponsor.
Thank you.
And you girls are just kicking over top.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, Bay Bridge.
You know what? You're right. You're right. Just talk. Do the last sentence over. We're gonna be quiet.
No, that's it. But get you a bottle of Bay Bridge. Thank you, Bay Bridge Vineyards. All right, y'all, let's do a toast.
Yes,
Yeah.
child. Cause we don't
Toast to not kicking in and talking over.
Oh, that's shady helper. But say before you go, happy Pride Month, guys. Today,
Happy Pride Month.
oh
Right.
shit!
Damn, Rodney.
It ain't on the script.
It had to be on the script.
It's in your heart.
Right.
I'm gonna say at the beginning of the show, I'm like, oh shit, well, let me slide it on in.
Oh my god.
But let me redact. Okay, so Tay, you ready?
Okay, so on Pillow Talk with Tay today, I was first gonna mention Pride, and I want us to kind of like share like what Pride means to us. You know,
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I'm gonna start with you. It's your segment. Let me shut up. Well, Pride means to me more than just like being gay.
right?
Pride means with you having the pride and the courage to be who you are, whatever it looks like for the individual. From what I noticed when I was first started off, I was like really afraid of certain type of gay people. I was like, cause that ain't me. I would never associate with that person. He too film or he too that. But as I got older and more mature, I was like, everybody needs to be respected.
Right.
Everybody has a place in this world, no matter what it is. At the end of the day, we all take dick or eat ass or get ass. So it don't matter if you got
Whatever
on
you
makeup.
like.
Whatever. It don't matter if you got on makeup or not. You know what I'm saying? It's still gay.
Right.
So I had to put it in my mind like gay is gay.
Right,
It don't matter what gay looks like. But if you want to wear a flag every day, baby, do it. If you want to be out at your work job, do it. But pride is more just being like, hey, girl. To me,
Absolutely.
it's more of like just being proud of who you are. Because at the end of the day, your sexual preference is that. You know what I mean? Like, but it's who you are as a person.
Right. That was good. I agree. I definitely agree. I think for me, pride is just really being who you are and then being proud of that person.
Right.
So, like, I don't go around, like, waving the flags and getting, like, the rainbow socks. And, like, you'll never really hear me talk about gay pride and, like, wanting to, like, go to the parades and all that. Like, I enjoy, like, when we do gay pride in different cities. So, like, everybody's there, everybody's lit. That's cool, but I just don't really emphasize on it. Like, I'm proud to be gay and I'm proud of who I am, but it's really just a part of me. So it's just like I'm also proud that I went to college. I'm proud that I have a job. So it's like certain things that you're proud of, but you don't really necessarily need to talk about it all the time. So
That's so true.
yeah, but I'm excited though, and I support everybody.
No, I didn't say that for you, Bill. I meant,
The camera. Let me make sure the Pride girls know, because I know it's a lot of girls with their flags out tonight. They got their flashers out. They got everything. And I'm not knocking y'all. That's just not how I like.
people in the back alleys.
Wow.
Rodney said it.
So for me, before we got here, it resonated with me. I saw this post on Instagram that said, Pride is important because there's someone out there who'd rather be dead than be their authentic self.
Oh.
And that resonated really well with me because, of course, I work in mental health.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of people every day who struggle with identity. And, you know, that's inside of gay culture or pride culture or whatever, inside and out of the culture. And, you know, when there is visibility, you know, you're talking about the spectrum. There's a spectrum of gay. There's a spectrum in the LGBT community. And being able to be seen, be visible is very, very important.
I agree.
That was a word. Okay, Tay with the good set.
So for me, like where I come from, like pride was not like a big thing, I guess, because my city was so small. So I really didn't know too much like about pride at all. So, you know, when I moved to Houston, I got a little bit more familiar with it. And for me, it was just like almost like a safety net for me. You know what I'm saying? It made me feel like I had a place somewhere like where people understood me. They had other people like me. And so it made me feel more comfortable to express myself and be who I am now. Like, I'm so comfortable who I am now because of that. Because at one point in time, like, child, I wasn't comfortable saying I was gay. Like, if you knew, you knew. But if you didn't, you didn't.
Right.
Like,
If you know, you know.
okay. But I wasn't, like, comfortable like that. So with pride and stuff and seeing, like, going to parades and stuff and just seeing how people were so comfortable with being that self, wearing things that you would think people would never wear and stuff. Like, it was just, like, to be able to express yourself like that, like, it was just, like, very uplifting for me, especially, like, where I come from.
Yeah,
like,
it is uplifting. That's a really good word for it. I think that pride is uplifting.
Definitely.
You know, no shade, though, for Santana to be hype as he is and how he dressed, he came a long way as a culture.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what's
I just don't
Devin.
like I'm not a beard and makeup type of guy.
Me either.
So I'm like a do either, you know? So
Yeah.
with Santana, it's just like, even like you getting your body done, like you like really are out here like trying to be a badass bitch, so why not let go of the beard? You know what I mean? Like I just don't.
Again, look, we here.
Spectrum.
It's a
Yeah,
spectrum.
but do you? And y'all want
But
to
I
hear
mean,
it?
the boys supposed to be the tough boys, you know. They bumping Santana. I'm like,
They
the
really
world
are.
is changing.
The world's
The
definitely
world is
changing.
changing. And I feel like there's more bottoms in the world now. than there are tops.
More openly bottoms.
Right. 'Cause there's always been more bottoms. Just openly.
You see the boys on the Twitter bottoming, talking about my first time. Girl, that hoe was already getting played in. That's not on camera.
Exactly. Oh my God, I cannot.
We'll have a show about bottom shaming.
We will.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's
a
definitely
good
a good
one
one.
because that's a really like big thing right now. I feel
It
like.
is.
So
Yeah, child.
that'll be a good one.
Amen.
Well, so the other part of Pillow Talk with Tay, I wanted to see what you guys' do's and don'ts on the first date would be.
Ooh.
I'll start with you, Devin. If they asked you out.
If they
On
ask
that
me
date.
out, what are the do's and don'ts?
Yes.
I don't want to sound like a hoe. There's not a lot that I wouldn't do on the first date.
Oh, he fucking.
I am too.
I mean, honestly, if the vibes are there and, you know, I trust you, like, of course, like, we'll be safe about it, but if the vibes are there, I trust you, and, you know, I'm in the mood, and you took me out, and we had a great time, then I'm probably going to, you know, do whatever you want to do.
Devin's
Or
on that
whatever
first
I wanna
date kick,
do.
y'all.
But it depends on the person, though, and especially, like, if I know the person is, like, just trying to, like, okay, let's go to dinner real quick, grab some drinks so I can go get some ass. Like, no, like, hell no. Like, I know the difference. You know what I mean? So just,
Right.
you got to know who you're going out with. So I'm pretty much down for whatever on the first date. I just want to have a good time. There's, like, really nothing that.
Do you already go prepared for anything?
Oh, good question.
I have a feeling that I know what you mean by prepared, but I'm prepared at all times. When I go to work, I'm prepared.
What?
You think you're going to get some dick at work?
Girl! Meet me in the Genesis closet.
Wow. Okay, Devin.
These girls love to put words in your mouth. You know, I'm just
You
saying.
didn't deny it.
You know, like, I just, you never know. Like, what if you go to
Every
work?
day?
Yeah.
That's a process, child.
Child, that is.
But it's nothing to me. Like, what if you go to work?
You got that good sense.
What if you go to work and you're like, all right, maybe we'll hit happy hour after, or y'all might even be like, oh, randomly, let's go do this and that. So then you go out, have a good time, and then you hit your person that you are familiar with, or you meet somebody else, you might want to be ready.
So you
and
would
I'm not
test.
saying that's me, but I know someone who is always ready.
So when you do this, if this your alter ego for me, I see you do
So
that.
you stay ready, so you don't have to get ready.
There you go.
There you go.
But also, like, no, but really, by seriously, it's just like, I don't know, just like a process that I feel my body feels better.
I know a
that
couple
way.
boys who told me they do that
Yeah.
though. For real.
But I get that though, because you know, if you think about it, like if you playing a hookup with somebody and you tell them, oh, I gotta go home prepare and stuff, child, by that time they done fell asleep.
Yeah,
You ain't
I'm not, I
like-
would never like be like, oh, let me use your bathroom. Let me like that's I don't know. I just feel like
I
that's,
prefer that.
to use. So you're gonna go over to somebody's house and be like, well,
At least I know you are clean. I see that don't. There's no shame around that to me. Do it at my house. I know you took a shower. I know you clean. I know I got good soap and good oils. So I know you all right.
not good soap and good oils.
I'm just saying, like, I don't like people because, like, I ain't gonna say that. But, like, sometimes be like, oh, I'm good.
So have you ever had an experience with somebody that wasn't good?
Yes.
So what was your reaction?
I kicked them out. This is how I feel. I don't bottom like that. But what I'm do is gonna be clean and squeaky.
Right,
Okay,
right, as you
no
should.
smells, no nothing.
Right, as you
So
should.
if I can do it and you the full-time committee,
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's a
That's
fair
fair.
statement.
can't
What
nobody
about
ever say.
what
that
about
they-
you, Tay?
Ain't it?
So do's and don'ts for me. So if you asking me on a date, then I'm automatically assuming you're paying.
Okay.
Sorry, but that's just me.
Don't drink nothing.
If you're asking me,
Hold on, first of all,
thank you. If you're asking me,
Yeah.
yes.
What kind of-
To me, it's just a common gesture. If you're asking me out, then it's like I'll cover it. Like not
Right.
even
that
you
that
know.
is not true, you guys. Okay, but
With my experience, I'll put it that way, and I like it that way.
Right.
Because normally I get asked out on a date, so that means I don't have to pay. But what I like to do is let you pay, so the next time I pay.
no, if you go out with Rodney, it's half and half.
So it's
okay?
that's on the first date.
The first
Half and
date?
half,
Are you
yes.
crazy?
I am
Look.
not paying for nobody's meal, and I don't know if you come back tomorrow because I done did it before.
But when people say
Okay.
that, that makes me feel like you're so worried about your money that you're too cheap to even spend a meal and drinks on
not the
somebody.
case over here, but you know.
So
But
again,
no,
so that means you
the
have that
thing
wiggle
is-
room to say, you know what, I spent $80 on you, but it's not working out, and I'm good.
I care about my 5, 10s, 15.
Oh,
40,
as do I.
80, 300,
As
whatever.
do I. My pennies, my
However, one
nickels.
time I can talk about me. I spent $300 on this boy one time.
That was dumb.
And it's okay.
For a first date.
Hey,
I mean,
I just want to show a good time. I'm like, how would I want to be treated? You know. So we did more than dinner. We did a whole like date thing.
Okay.
And he disappeared. And like somebody did to me, they just spend whatever, and I disappeared.
Right.
So my rule of thumb is the first couple dates we go on, you, me, and then the 4th, 5th date, I don't mind. But
Right.
I need to say, are you worth my investment?
keep in mind that Rodney's already asking them how much money they make.
Right, and
Right,
credit
and a
score.
credit
So
score.
yeah, so I guess that's fair coming from you with
Yeah, for you.
your other prerequisites.
Just say what you were gonna say.
But I just feel like, honestly, me saying, hey, let's go for drinks, why did it automatically equate for me paying for you? I think that's crazy.
It doesn't. So what? To clarify my statement, it doesn't mean that I'm expecting you to, and if you don't, it's a problem. It just means that with my experience, when somebody has asked me out for drinks or a date, they've paid. And
Keyword,
I
if
like
you want to
that.
take this girl, any of these girls out, well, except for you married. Any of these girls out right here, prepare to pay.
and then I'll pay next time. If there is a next time, I'll pay next time. Like,
Look, and if that's
And
the
if
issue,
there's a next time.
It is.
Oh. Oh.
so who didn't do their do's and
Did you
don'ts?
do
I don't think
yours?
either of you.
I did one and we got into it. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
only-
no, finish it.
So what else? Another don't for me is like, if we're having a good time, whatever, like don't ruin the conversation with talking about sex. Like,
Right.
I,
So you want to go on a date, pay for yourself, and they pay for themselves, and you still want to talk about having sex.
Yes, I do.
Y'all heard that?
y'all heard this right. Solomon, on to you. I'm done.
So-
Because I'm done.
So would you redirect? Like, what's the difference between like y'all are having a good conversation and like sex comes up and like it's cool versus okay, stop talking about sex? Like, what would be a good scenario?
So for me, like, if you bring it up, like, if we're talking about something else and then you just bring it up, like, out of the blue or something like that, I'm automatically turned off, like, and I'm ready, like, okay, so this is what's on your mind.
But what if
right
y'all
now,
are like tipsy and like you already had sexual thoughts about him in your head, but he says it first? Is that still too much?
For me, yeah.
Okay.
Because I want to, like, I need to see something past the sex or whatever. Right. So if we're talking about sex on the first date, then I feel like that's what you want. Like, and once you get that, shit, you might be out. And like, it's not gonna be no hit and quit over here. I don't play this shit like at all.
Rodney, what do you have to say?
Rodney, you definitely have something to say.
Yeah. I mean, I have been the boy who made me wait for 4 months. I had sex with him in love to prove a point that you don't make people wait. I mean, like that.
That's harsh.
I mean, it was stupid to me. What's the difference if I believe on the first date or the 4th month?
Yeah,
I don't play the fool a little bit.
I don't do the make wait. Like, I mean, I don't judge.
I just think that's stupid to me.
I think you're right. Like, if they're gonna leave, they're gonna leave. So
yeah, and I probed it. He was like upset. I'm like, now if somebody want to have sex with you, get out your feelings, have sex, and move the fuck on.
You like to teach people lessons.
I do. I'm a lesson teacher.
For me, the expectation is that the person is paying because I wasn't thinking about dinner and I wasn't thinking about drinks until you asked.
Thank you.
Hello. Right.
And so make it happen.
Right.
And then PDA.
Okay.
So piggybacking off our last conversation,
right.
I'm going to have the conversation about PDA, but you don't get to claim me in public if this is the first time we out and about.
Right. That's fair.
Because there might be other prospects.
Yeah,
and we don't know how far this is going to go.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why hence I'm not paying for your milk.
So how would you
but
feel?
We're talking about PDA. So if this progresses and we go further into a dating situation, then then we could be comfortable. But
and claim me all the way,
And claiming.
Yeah.
What you got?
I can spend money, but I can't kiss you. What's this? Y'all know what?
Because we're talking
you can kiss me at the end of the night, you know.
Well, don't kiss me in public. Well, you can pay for my meal in public.
I just feel like the right person for me wouldn't even want to kiss me at the table on our first date. Like, well, they probably would want to kiss me, but it's about like how you carry yourself. So if you want to kiss me on the first date, that's fine. But kiss me at the car or like, you know, like that would just be weird for us to be on a first date and you kiss me in an open place versus us saying goodbye. We give a little hug, give a little kiss. I think that's different.
You know what? Hey, that's your truth.
But also think about like some of us have like a designated date spot.
Right.
And so this is
what do you mean? Like, you
I do. I go to Juicy Crabs.
I was about to say I go to Juicy Crabs too, friend. I ain't gonna lie. That's our date night. That's our date spot.
And you bet I kiss my first time
with a different prospect.
So y'all taking your dates to Juicy Crab?
Yes. I
Hold
like
on.
seafood.
Our first date was Juicy Crab, and I had a great time.
I mean, it's a good time. I just think it's more like, you know.
Juicy Crab?
Need to go.
It's really good.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't. If whoever, like, if you decide that you want to take me out on a date, do not. I like surprises, but we're not going to Juicy Crab. I don't know which camera to look at, so I just look at
So let's look at all of them.
Y'all heard what he said.
I started with that one.
He said what he said.
Mo's saying, look at this one. I'm not going to Juicy Crab. I'm not going to Juicy Crab.
Well, you done with your best friend? Okay.
I'm done.
My do's and don't. This is what I cannot stand.
This will be interesting. I'm grabbing my glass.
Your phone needs to be put up.
Okay.
Do not have your phone face down or face up. I already know you talk to somebody else. I am too, but I'm respecting your time by having my notifications off.
Okay. That's a good one. That's
the same thing. If I see a phone that's ding, 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 that's a turn off.
Yeah.
The other don't is don't talk with your mouth full. I think that's so disgusting. I am a mouth person, so when you like trying to hold a conversation and just swallow.
And it's like if you'll chew with your mouth open, what else will you do?
What else would you do? Right? Yeah.
And also, do go to the bathroom before we sit down. Make sure you wash your hands because if I don't see you go to the bathroom, wash your hands. Your house nasty.
Well, if I can recall, I'll recall the first time that the 5 of us met up. Notice it's 4 now, but the 5 of us met up for pre-podcast planning. I don't remember you going to the bathroom.
I was about to wash my hands.
Hold on, wait.
Wait a minute, weren't you the last
You
one
were
to show up?
the last one there.
Yeah, just to be clear. They can vouch. I went to the
He
bathroom.
went to the bathroom.
Okay.
I don't, I just look and be like, oh, girl.
This is my first time being wrong, but okay.
Oh my god.
I think that's it. But do please have, if we texting good and you texting paragraph answers, I expect the same thing conversation. I hate going on a date and it's just like
Yeah.
Yeah.
like I don't get that. Like I guess I'm old school.
I guess because they feel like they didn't talk about everything with you.
Exactly. That's why I hate do not text me paragraphs.
Like if you truly
text
like
messages.
click with someone, you'll never run out of things to talk about. So even if you do text paragraphs back and forth, you'll go on a date and still be like talking for days. I feel like if you have that like genuine good connection. Like,
Devin, you're such a lover boy.
I know. I am.
It's a good thing, though.
It is a good
That's a
thing.
really good
Yeah,
thing.
it's a really good thing.
I know, but I believe in connection too. So
That's
Ain't
important.
nothing wrong with that.
yeah.
And that leads us into our menage a trois.
Yes.
And so the theme or the topic for today is staying within the lines. And so the question for us today is, how do we navigate boundaries in relationships? And so when we're talking about relationships, we're not just talking about intimate partner relationship, but also like friendships. So how do you navigate boundaries in your relationships?
Oof. Well, starting with friends, I feel like, and I think I speak for a collective, a lot of people, we hold on to toxic ass friendships that should have been let go, just like the toxic ass relationship. I had a couple of friends who I first started with 2014 are not my same friends right now in 2022. And just because like they're not growing, it's just always about you. You don't never want to check in. It's just like, I mean, one time this hurt my feelings, and it really hurt my feelings. My friend had a private gathering
Didn't invite you?
about a promotion that he had, didn't invite me. But he invited people around me that he met through me and some more people. It was like 4 of us who got left out. But us 4 has been there for him through thick and thin. I'm not going to put, he know what we did for them.
Right.
Okay? And so I was just like, but I'm good enough to pay for your birthday dinners. I'm good enough to do all this other stuff, but I won't good enough to
Did
come
he
to you.
eventually explain why he didn't?
I
invite
didn't
you?
care at that point.
You know that cutoff game strong.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't expect you to ask, but just keeping that in mind, like sometimes there are misunderstandings. Like somebody could have told him, "Oh well, Rodney paid for your birthday dinner," but he also said, like, like it could have been. It could have been not that you like did something like talking about him badly, but somebody could have just like did something to where it just caused division between y'all. You know what I mean? So he may be like on one page, or even feeling like, "Oh, Rodney's too busy for me now," or you know what I mean? Like people like really come up with concepts in their head, and a lot of times they'll take it and run with it. And if you don't communicate it, it can really ruin relationships if you care enough.
I can't give that pass. Because I call me for everything else. It ain't about getting like a exchange thing. It's just like about whatever. Like what I'm saying? So I'm just like,
yeah, I don't think it makes sense. I would
like,
just be curious
if
because y'all were so
you
close.
best friends and I introduce you to him, he got to call me about something that you had going on. That's an issue.
Yeah, that is
definitely an issue.
Yeah.
And there's no way around that.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing. And the other thing is, I know for me, I'm a very giving person, like to my best friends. And I guess what hurts is that it's not reciprocated. And I had to learn how to turn it off. But like, you know what? Everybody don't treat you the same way. You know, just because I'm not going to stop being me, but I did kind of slow back on, like, girl, on your birthday, I'm not going to buy you something that costs $300 because you barely give me a birthday card.
Right.
That's
a really good point because I had to realize, like, I'm the same way. Like, if I love you or we're friends, like, I got you, and I, like, literally whatever you need that I can do, I got you, just to make sure that you're okay. And there are people close to me that don't really operate the same way. They love me to death, and I know that for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
But they just don't think in the same capacity to be there for people the way I am. So I had to realize, like, that's okay. Like, it doesn't mean that they love you less. It just means that y'all don't think the same as far as what you're willing to do and how you're willing to show up for somebody.
No, fuck that. No.
All right,
because for me, like, I had to learn, and I learned fast because how I treat my friends now is you get what you give. As simple as that.
And I don't want to be that way, Tay, but I'm slowly but surely going that way.
Yeah, like, and I have to be that way because with my friends, like, I love my friends so much. Like, I go out my way for them. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one that's always reaching out when something's going on and stuff. And, like, it was one instance that happened that made me see, like, who really was my friends. I was just like, my 28th birthday, you know what I'm saying? I had planned everything out, and literally, need I remind you, my grandma, which was my best friend, passed the month before. So I already wasn't in the mood to celebrate because, you know, she wasn't here this year. Right. When I tell you everybody canceled on me the day of, everybody. I was so done. Like, after that, I was just like, you know what? Everyone want to call with their excuses, apologize, and stuff like that. It's all good because at this point now, I'm going to treat you the way you treat me. And that's just what it is. But it was hurtful, but it just made me see that at the same time, like my mom told me, she was like, you can't expect you out of everyone else.
Right. But it's important, though, to keep and create boundaries, but don't change who you are.
Right.
So don't stop being that loving person, the person that's there for people. Just watch who you're there for and when you're there for them. But I think, like, so many people change who they are based on what they've been through.
Yeah. I mean, it just hurts. Like, I mean, like, birthday card. You couldn't give me a birthday card. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's 99 fucking cents.
Not the ones I like. I like the ones
I don't even care.
They're like $8.
It's the point that it's a point that I will go buy you something.
It's just a thought.
It's just a thought that counts.
Right, exactly.
You don't even pay for my meal.
Yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
oh, I feel it. I feel child.
Like, I don't think anybody at their birthday dinner should ever pay for their own meal if you have friends with you. Like, somebody.
If it's my birthday weekend, I'm not paying. I shouldn't pay for nothing. Because when I go out with my friends, one of my friends might get the meal. I might get the drinks. It's too like. But you have and everybody supposed to be having money. We all ballers.
And so that's the thing. If everybody's like, we all ballers and we got money, then no, you shouldn't pay for anything. But if you do have a group of friends that don't profess to have this amount and this amount, I just wouldn't put that demand on people to be like, oh, well, you better be paying for it and you better be paying for it.
Yeah. It's my birthday.
Because it's
weekend,
like, I don't know your pockets. Like, I don't know.
It's my birthday weekend. At least buy me a gift. Okay, you almost got to give me.
I'm going to make sure that I feel the way I want to on my birthday. So I'm going to buy everything I want, do all the things I want, make the plans I want, but I want y'all to show up. And whatever you want to do to show me that you love me and you celebrate, and then do that. But I'm going to make myself happy for my birthday.
That's why everybody don't get invited, because just like that. The same happened to me, Tay, when I had a birthday party. I was doing a friends. Keep in mind, I was doing a friends. I was gonna start this thing I saw on YouTube. I thought it was really cute with this girl. Like, she take her friends out for say thank you, like pay for everybody a meal. We were gonna rotate that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
With each
That's
other.
a good idea, right?
And so I had certain friends, so I know it wouldn't be an issue. Like, we're not going like expensive, but like if we want to go spend like $300 tab, it's not like, oh girl, because I ain't gonna do it. I know spot everybody can afford that.
Right.
But the one who did, I was so pissed. I made reservations for 8 people. Only 3 people showed up, including me. And I got charged. And you know what I did? I respectfully sent the Cash App request.
Yeah, I would.
And they all paid.
Okay.
But I said, oh, we're not doing this no more.
Yeah. Not with my card on the reservation.
No, I said, no, baby. And so, like, we're still doing that. Now it's my other friend's turn. I did the first one. But, like, we limited. We cut it down like 4.
Yeah.
So I'm riding the fence. So I agree on both sides of the table. And so for me, I really do think about someone's capacity to do for me. And I'm also not expecting them to perform the same way that I perform. But I'm also like, I don't require a whole lot in terms of recognition, especially for birthdays. I don't really celebrate my birthday. My 40th was the first time I actually celebrated my birthday in a big capacity, and other people did that for me. All I had to do was show up. And so, like, if you just acknowledge my birthday, just send me a happy birthday, or if you want to take me out to lunch or buy me a drink or whatever, I'm cool with that. But I am going to be me regardless. I love celebrating other people. I love the people who are in my life, and whether they can do for me or not, I'm still going to do me. And so I really think of setting boundaries as like self-care. So self-care is really setting the boundaries, and self-love is maintaining them.
Right.
And what you were saying, people change when they get into relationships and they change their boundaries. I think that's a really big problem that a lot of us face, because we get into relationships and then we start to compromise ourselves.
We do.
And I think that shows up in these types of relationships that you guys are experiencing.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's just hurtful. Like, I don't want to cry, but like, that really hurt my feelings.
Hurt. Yeah, it really hurt.
Like, when you would do, it's not even monetary. Just like you will bend over backward for some people, and they don't even do that. Like I'm just like, well, what the fuck we friends? And like I'm hanging around this new group of people. You met one of them on Sunday, and like I love how their friendship is. It's not so much as like what they have, but how they have each other back, and you could tell like if you fall, I got your back. I cannot say that about my friends, about a couple of them, and that bothers my soul.
That bothers
sure.
me too.
Like-
and I feel the same way.
See so it's also different. Like if you have a friend group and your friends are consistent, and so if you're consistently lacking, like the way you treat me is how you treat everybody. Okay, I'm cool with that. But if you are doing for everybody else and then you don't do for me, then that lets me know that
Because then you know whether they're just that type of person or that's the relationship that
Exactly.
you have. Yeah.
I just don't think you should have favorites in like true
Friendship.
core friendships.
Right.
Like you might call somebody about something like you won't call her, but like when it's obviously known, like oh girl, like da da da, and I'm like, well, bitch, what about?
Right.
Right.
Like I notice stuff like that. Like when I see you out on Instagram, I'm like, damn girl, you didn't think to.
To call, actually, I wanted to come.
Yeah, I see you with everybody else, but like then
But I just take those moments and just analyze that relationship and realize it is what it is.
But it's so hard sometimes to cut those people off because you love them
No,
so
I'm not cutting
much
you
and
off.
stuff.
I'm not cutting you off. But girl, when you want to go out and not invite me, don't. And when I'm in the mood to be around you and I want to go to brunch, then I'll invite you to brunch, and we'll just keep it like that. So you'll go out and do you, and I'll go out and do me, and you know.
See, I can't do that. Like,
But it's like putting
I'm not
people
set
in
up
their
like that.
place to say that we don't have to cut our relationship completely. But if we're not going to be chilling and hanging out all the time, then we just won't be. You know,
But it's
what I'm saying?
weird because I want to hang out with you, and like I see myself slowly but surely like evolving to a different group of friends.
Right.
That but I like what I'm seeing. Like I like
Right.
the consistency. I like how they show up for each other. I like how we can go out and like a person paying for drinks. It's not like, oh girl, I can't. Like it's just like I'm like, damn, this is my type of crowd.
Right.
Like
Do you feel
I
the
know,
same way for the most part about the crowd that? 'cause
Yeah.
you met the guys. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Like when I met them, instant conversation.
Okay.
And the conversation was just easy. It was open. And I was
Any
like,
tops?
Oh, God. Devin horny, y'all.
he's
Not
purring.
Not anymore. I'm not. Not anymore. I'm not.
So to answer your question, I'm sure. But but it was just an easy conversation. Then another one of your friends came up, and it was still an easy conversation. And so
I want to meet these guys.
Yeah,
Hopefully
it was-
y'all go out
it was a
soon.
good time.
Like it's just a different. It's just like a breath of fresh air. Like I don't mind spending like on Ryan because I know somebody's gonna do it for me.
Right,
I'm
right.
like, damn, I just spent this, and these bitches can't even
Right,
buy me
right.
a jacket coat.
Right. And I think friendship
You know what I
circles are
mean?
important.
Like-
I think everybody wants a friendship circle.
Yeah, I'm really
everybody
I'm
wants that.
yearning.
Same.
It's right yearning,
Yeah.
yearning for that. Like
Same.
I want to be the type. Like my sister has of this friend group where they travel together, where like they started paying for each other. Like I want the type of friends. Like I want to feel like I'm not so much like it's the gifts and stuff, but like damn somebody that can do what I do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is this always me like trying to? Okay, girl, let me.
Right.
carry on through.
Right,
You know,
right,
like
right.
that gets tiring.
Right. That makes sense. That
all right,
makes
so what do you think because we're often talking about red flags, green flags in relationships. And so what are your red flags and what are your green flags? Because essentially at the end of the day, we're talking about our boundaries. Like what are the things that are your strong yeses and what are your strong nos?
My red flag is for me, I cut off very quickly. And it's not good. I'm not saying that's a good thing. That is very bad. I have to learn how to give grace, and I don't. And it's because I've been hurt a lot, and that's okay. And I'm okay to say that. It's just like when I gave people benefit of the doubt, they just stuff over me and like just do stupid stuff that I'd be like. To me, I thought in my 30s the dating pool would be so much better. It's just like being in the damn 20s.
Yeah, or worse.
Like
Because you have more expectations of people the older we are. So the fact that you're not anywhere, it's just like, yeah, I would say it's worse.
it's just one particular time that I was talking to this guy, and I actually liked him. Like I truly liked him, and I was very up in front about the situation I was going through. Like I was like, you know what? I don't want to go into something else with withholding information.
Right.
I'll be open and honest, right? And I thought because I was open and honest, he was open and honest. And I made it very clear on something. I'm not going to go into great details because he might watch it on
right.
yeah. So, and I made it very clear about something. I said, if this is going on, do not talk to me. Mm-hmm. Not only did they lie about it, it was a lie on top of a lie on top of a lie on top of a lie. And I'm just like, I told you something I didn't have to tell you at all, to be just completely honest.
Right.
And I'm just like, you lying about stuff for no, like, it's just like you want your cake and you eat it too. Mm-hmm. So now I'm just like, you know what? If you moving wrong, if I tell you I don't like it, you do it, just bye. And that's not good. That's my red flag in a nutshell.
Me?
What you got?
I have a bunch of red flags, but lack of drive or motivation is a red flag for me. Like, I like to be career and goal oriented. I like to make plans.
Wait. For clarification, I thought red flags about something that you do bad.
Red flags are things that you really don't want to tolerate or deal with in a relationship.
Oh, well, should I talk about what I did bad?
I know. I was gonna let
Why
you.
you didn't stop me?
Well, because we thought that was more important for you to discuss your red flags versus the ones you saw. We had your back.
Help us. You on my side.
But yeah, lack of ambition, lack of motivation, and somebody who is like really tight with money, like, or somebody that's really flashy. Like, I feel like, you know, wealth and success really speaks for itself. So it's literally like nothing you have to do. Like, you can just, or nothing you have to say. Like, you just do it and live your life. So people that are too flashy or too cheap, people that are not goal-oriented, those are red flags. If you're a liar, that's a red flag. If you don't drive, that's a red flag. Because how do you get around? And how would we get around if we go on dates?
I would say this, you know, people in New York don't drive.
Well, we don't live in New York.
We don't, but a lot of my transplanting down here. However,
if we go on a date, how are we gonna get there?
You gonna Uber, but I'm being honest. You gonna Uber. If you live way in Smyrna and I stay where I'm staying, I'm not driving to Smyrna to pick you up and then to drive back.
But you need to at least meet me there. And
they can Uber there.
Right, if you're going to Uber there, but there's going to come a day when it's not going to give Uber. It's going to give, like, we need to be driving to where we're going.
I say this. I don't mind you not having a car until it comes an issue.
Right.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I'm glad you said that because that's funny
fair.
because I had to learn. I learned that when I moved here because I didn't have a car when I first moved here, and I was seeing guys and stuff. And they was like, "Oh no, you too far." Like they would let you know the heartbeat. Like one guy stopped talking to me because it became an issue with, you know, him only having a car, so we only got to see each other when he would come get me and such. He stopped talking to me, like, and we were serious, and he like cut me off. He was like, "Yeah, I can't do this." He was like, "I'm working 2 jobs." He said, "Then when I do want to see you, I got to drive way over here to Midtown to come get you." Right. And child, he does not.
Midtown. Where was he? Where did
he was where was he? He was in Alpharetta.
Oh, yeah. Baby, yeah. I might know who you're talking about. And not too many of us stay up there.
And see, as far as transportation, my thing is that you can have a car or not, but just as long as you can get to me.
That's me.
That's right.
But you want a car.
Just because I don't always want to have to drive.
Okay, that makes sense.
And I want to ride with you sometimes.
What if he Uber you? I think that's nice.
As in, like, is he in the Uber as well?
Wait, what?
He might not be.
Sometimes I want to ride with my man, so I don't want it to always give. We got to drive 2 separate cars just because you don't have a car.
But
so
I feel like
are
if
you
you
going
want
to
to
be
see
in the Uber and then Uber to me while you're in the Uber and we ride together in the Uber?
Devin, that's too much.
That's
You're doing
right.
too
So
much.
have a car.
Have a car for this one.
Okay, because that's waste. I'm not finna jump in an Uber to come and meet you and then what?
Right, so have a car and then we can alleviate all that.
He said what he said.
No, that's what he wants.
But I do get what y'all are saying though, and it's a really good point as far as long as you can get to me, and as long as
you don't get it because you just said
I get it, but my preference is
to have a car.
Have a car.
You need a car today,
So
Devin.
you understanding, but your preference is
Exactly.
have a car.
Yes, exactly. Or more than one.
How about you, Tay?
So red flags for me, definitely just being inconsistent.
Oh, that's a good one.
What else? I did learn that here in Atlanta, a lot of guys are very inconsistent and I learned it not because of you or anything. It's just the fact that they have more other prospects that they're entertaining.
Okay, this is what kind of bothers me. I see a lot on Instagram too and on Facebook. You had these Facebook questions. Why do people blame a city for the dudes?
Because it's the
I
easiest
feel like
thing to do.
it's
easy. It's easy to
It's fuck niggas everywhere.
Exactly.
It was fuck niggas in Mississippi. It was fuck niggas in Atlanta. And then I lived in Houston,
Maryland,
and in New Orleans,
Virginia.
So I just feel like
Florida.
It might be a lot of fuck niggas. It might be 5 compared to 1,000, but it's still fuck niggas.
Right.
But the thing is, people like Atlanta is considered the black gay mecca.
Right.
But you have a ton of transplants who move here.
Who was already not fuck niggas.
No, I don't want to say that. But you have a lot of people who move here thinking that they're going to get something different or get something better or actually
Like I did.
or have
Me
more
too.
prospects.
I did.
Why
But the thing is, the hurt that you left, bringing it to Atlanta.
Right.
And so now the hurt that's already here is compacted with more hurt.
More hurt.
And so
And a bunch of bottoms.
You know what I said?
Giving us a sermon. You gonna go throw that in there? Like, what is going on?
You know what though? Honestly, when I do talk to guys, and they be like, "Oh, I just moved here." Hit me up at 8 months.
Right.
Dude,
right.
I'm not talking to you.
Why?
Like I tried it with 5 people. No, like 5.
Because
wouldn't
you
you
need to
rather
get your
talk
feet
to-
wet.
Let me tell you,
first.
I tried it like with 5, and they all ended because I just got no. So when they about to move here, they all in your face, all FaceTiming you, fall asleep on the phone like what he said. I think so. Whoever said it last week.
Yeah.
And then they get here the first day. Oh, I'm so happy to see you. Then they be like, "Where you at?
Mission in action.
Where you at?"
So let you get your feet wet.
I'm checking out the scene.
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to explore.
Yeah.
So I actually told a guy that before, like when he moved to Atlanta and like we knew each other for then we were talking and stuff. I told him, I was like, well, get your feet wet first, and then if you
Bring that
serious,
back.
then we
But
can.
not everybody wants to get their feet wet.
And he ain't
Well,
come
I
back.
haven't met that person yet.
I about to say because he ain't come back.
I don't want to get my feet when I first moved here. I didn't want to get my feet wet. I honestly felt like, you know how they say like women are like Southern belles, right?
You believe
And you think like down south, like you're thinking like, okay, Southern gentleman, Southern belle, whatever. So I'm like, when I moved down south, like I feel like I'm a pretty good catch, so I'm not gonna have any issues like meeting one person that wants to be committed, whatever.
Girl, where you
I
at?
was about to say, Devin, you was giving me like, I'm here, bitch. I'm finna bust it wide open. This was gonna be.
No, I was never.
The girl is here.
Yeah, I was never given like, I'm here. Let's get on the scene. Let's bust it wide open. Like, I wasn't given that. Like, I didn't come here looking for that, but I did have in mind that would be easily attainable.
Oh, dog, baby,
Yeah.
you was
So once it started not going in my favor, then I'm like, okay, I could get out here a little bit. But,
and you like being outside.
I want to be outside in love, so I want to be outside with my girls, but I'm going home to my man at the end of the night. So
Period.
That's how I want to be. Okay.
I cannot.
Oh, what is your red flag?
Inconsistency is a really big one. If we make plans, keep them.
Oh, keeping your word. Yes.
Keeping your word.
Keeping your word.
I am big on integrity.
Yes.
Yes.
Also, just be who you say you are.
Yes.
Because that's important. Because if we're doing that conversation and you're just like, oh, what are your red flags and what do you like and what do you hate and da da da, and then you tell me that you're this person and then you show me that you're not this person.
Right. Now I'm pissed.
Now, now I'm just like,
You're wasting my time.
the fuck? What are we doing?
I agree. I totally
Like, what are we
agree.
doing?
Like, I used to make my voice deep.
You know what?
Girl, I used to. I'm like,
Like how deep?
I'm like,
Like deep.
like this
Yeah,
deeper.
show us how you used to do.
Because that's the old me. I'm not redacted. But now it's like, you know what? Hell, I am what I am. Like,
Right.
if my voice is like, well, bitch, I can still throw down in the bedroom.
Even watching this show, like when watching it on hindsight, like at home and stuff, like I'll question myself, like, damn, my voice is like really light, and it's like, like I just want to have a little bit more bass, but it's like I don't want to like be somebody I'm not.
Exactly, and I feel like I was doing that.
Yeah.
And when I met this guy, so I graduated from doing that, and then I caught him on the phone
Without the deep voice.
without the voice, and I said, I'm being nosy because he walked out because I thought he was talking to a man. It was his best friend. He was like, "Hey, babe, I'll be right back." Girl, I said, oh. And then I said, no, I'm not gonna judge you because I did it too. And then he ended up being a fuck nigga. But I'm like,
so y'all both had the same thing going on with the.
I was used to be there, so I get it. He was like, yeah, that's for like, you know.
Right.
We had open conversations, like, you know, like people think because you like boys, you not this when it's
Right,
not even
exactly.
the case. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
So now I'm just like, you know, I give you a pass, it happens, but then he ended up doing some other fuck shit. But you know, that's how life is.
Yeah, it happens.
So what are the red flags that you guys have actually like sped through, that you actually compromised on?
None.
So you mean to tell me you saw a red flag and you just cut it off right then and right there?
Yeah.
Rodney gave me
Just
that,
Rodney
though.
now.
I was about to say.
What about Rodney before?
Probably. When you lied about having a job,
No.
You lied
Like
about
the-
having a job.
they lied.
Oh, and you just let it rock
It's okay. I'm like, girl.
because the sex was good, or
They was fine. So I was more to looks back
Devin
then and body. You know, like, girl, you got nice
so were
body.
you willing to pay for y'all's meals? Both like.
Girl, we were both broke. So
it didn't really
if
matter
it was
at
giving
that point.
McDonald's for the day, it was giving McDonald's for the day. But at night we had amazing sex. I didn't really care. You know, I met this one dude who, y'all, it's so embarrassing. He had a rental for like a month
Oh my God.
because his car was in the shop, was messed up. I don't know how he got the rental he got because he had an older car and they put him in a luxury car.
They upgraded
And I said they upgraded him. So they had a Georgia, tag. So I'm like, oh my, I was like 26. I said, oh, my man got a Beamer. I'm like, yes, you know what I'm saying? And like he was a bottom. It was such a turn on. Like he was so manly, but he was a bottom. And,
Right.
and I love that. And then the 31st day, he pulled up in a 2004 Sentra Nissan.
So he went back to the old car.
I said, where's your car?
And whose is this?
He was like, I have something to tell you. I said, it's okay.
Oh, you loved him.
The window,
I'd have been texting the girls like
I text
from the passenger
Oh,
seat.
he was
Like,
in that group chat.
Not you put him on blast in the group chat.
Yeah, I said, this Jim got that lie. I said, he's so goddamn fine. Dog. I don't even care.
it be like that sometimes. Not now, but it used to be like that sometimes. I don't know, red flags for me that I've sped past. There's a guy that I met, and when I met, he was talking to a girl. And
You like those type of men I see.
that's what I
That's a lot of
attract,
stories.
unfortunately. I was just talking to somebody about this yesterday. I attract like bisexual men, unfortunately. I hate it. Another red flag, just a person that like they only talk to you at around a certain time. So I'm like, oh well, maybe you know their schedule, or maybe like I'm just like coming up with my own reasons why this has to fucking work. Like, okay, I want him. Like, oh, he's with his grandma. He's like
Now he with his grandma.
every day at 3:00 or something. Like, so it was the inconsistency that I like sped past. But it was obviously he had somebody else.
So that makes you. I'm insecure when it comes to bisexual men. I'm not gonna lie. How did you? Girl, you okay?
It's the wine. When I start drinking wine, like I get a little congested.
Was it like
Girl,
that?
you weren't drinking wine 1 week and you still was doing it.
Mo, can you take us back? Can we watch the tapes? Can we watch the tapes?
I was like, girl, 'cause last week you wouldn't give the.
Can we watch the tapes? Because these girls are getting on my nerves.
It's that side
But
of the
what we-
stage.
right,
It's that side of the
exactly.
No,
stage.
but honestly though, real shit. Because I'm insecure. Like I know I can't. How do you put yourself up to compete against a woman when you know he likes women too?
Well, so in that particular situation, I said, well, I can't offer what a woman has. Like, it's no secret that I'm feminine. You know what I mean? Not extremely feminine like a lot of gays that I know, but I'm not all the way feminine. And regardless of how feminine I am, I still can't compete with a woman. I don't have a vagina. Like, I just cannot really compete with a woman. So I said that. I said, like, you're acting like you like me, but you were talking to a woman. So how would that work if, like, I would be worried? And he's like, no, you wouldn't have anything to worry about. But he really showed me, like, you wouldn't have anything to worry about. And I felt comfortable enough. But in, like, moving forward, would I do that now? I wouldn't. Like, if I know for a fact there's a guy that is, like, currently texting a woman or still like sleeping with girls every now and then? No, because you're gonna want. I feel like there's a chance you're gonna want to have sex with a woman again, and because I don't have a vagina, what's gonna happen?
Do you require him to tell the women that he's talking to a man too?
No, I don't think that's my place.
That's petty.
Yeah.
I will.
Now, if
I know you would.
Now,
You
if
can
I'm in
own
a
that,
relationship with somebody and I find out that he's been talking to a girl, I'm gonna make sure she knows that he's also fucking me and eating his ass. But, other than that,
I just don't think for me, I have a lot of female cousins, and I cannot imagine my cousins, whatever fuck buddy, man, however you want to put it, is fucking her and fucking me at the same time. So if a dude ever come my way, he's talking he bisexual, I'm like, do the girls know you like men? Right. If they don't, then don't text me. Don't talk to me because, like, to me, you're hiding something.
But what would be your point?
How does these get around?
What would be your point of moving forward with the guy that is interested in women? Like,
it's none.
Oh,
but
okay,
like if I was, there'll be a requirement like, do the women know you like both?
Right.
If you can tell me, you can tell them. That's how I feel. So why do I get the short of the stick? Like I don't like my feelings don't matter, but theirs do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell me, oh I fuck female, but you can't tell the female, oh I fuck men. Like I want to be equal.
Right.
We equal, right? So treat me equally.
That's a good point.
Very good point.
Yeah, that's a good point.
For me, one of my red flags that is no longer a red flag. Well, it's still a red flag. I just don't entertain it. Lack of support. So, like, when people don't show up for you in a certain capacity, like when it's...
Pause. Y'all saw that text message I sent, right?
Group chat? God, that thing was... You remember the text message, the cutoff text message, the one you said was harsh?
Yeah, you
yeah, the screenshot.
Because he didn't watch the show?
Yeah.
No, he's subscribed. Let me tell you something. I'm sorry, Coach. I had to let me look in the camera. If you are talking to me and you have not subscribed to YouTube channel, it's over. It takes 1 second to press fucking subscribe. And you can text me, X about my day, X about this bullshit I don't care about, and I'm entertaining you, and you can't press subscribe. You even gotta watch it. Press subscribe?
Right, you're supposed to be our #1 supporter.
You know what I'm saying? Subscribe, my nigga. And I hope you watching it. I hope you watch. You know who you are. You know who you are. And you got what you got. You may continue.
Meet him outside.
Obviously.
But all of that. And so, like, I have very particular interests. And so, I'm interested in yoga. I'm interested in science. I'm interested in all kinds of things. I want my partner or the person who I'm interested in to participate in those things. Like, you don't have to be 100% interested, right. But come to one event or
just show your support, like you
show your support, show that you're interested, and not just interested in the thing, but interested in me, because that's important. Yeah,
that matters a lot. I remember when I want to cry.
Oh, go ahead.
I remember when I had my first big break in the industry. You guys, I had a party that was thrown by Rolling Out magazine. And this person I was talking to, I was really wanting them to come. Like, all the niggas that I didn't really care about showed up. But the one I wanted to come, he didn't come. Oh. And it was a big, we got featured. Like, we were the second page in the magazine. And this is good to be in the first, because it's the first thing you fucking see. Mm-hmm. And he was like, oh, something came up. But I'm like, but you go to all this other stuff on this particular day, like you said, last minute, I can't show up.
You still like this person, don't you?
Hell no.
Oh, well,
but you got your feelings emotional about it. Like,
I really liked him. But I just felt like, I don't need you to come to everything I do, because I was way more busy than what I am now. I'm very chilled out now. But back then when I was talking about it, I was meeting, events, everywhere. And I noticed one dude said, like, you just everywhere. I said I have to hustle because I want to, when I get more seasoned in the industry, I have to work so hard. Now I don't have to go to, like, the red carpet events no more, or and I'm thankful for that because I already made my connections. People people I need to know I already know, right? I don't have to build my Rolodex of people. And now it's just like, I'm just like, well, damn, this dude didn't even show the fuck up.
Right.
So,
fuck him wherever he is.
Okay, should beat that bitch.
And I hate to use the F word. Like, I see all the other ones. But
fuck him.
Right. Exactly.
Fuck you, man.
They're giving us signals that we gotta roll right along. So let's go on to our letter It's
I'm
actually
sorry.
more
It's
of a
me.
speech now.
Oh, girl, is it fit? Oh, girl, I have to. You got a
Let's
prompter.
just slide the prompter over a little bit.
Okay. No, hold on, sis. You know.
I'm gonna turn around a little bit. This is quite the letter.
Wait. Ooh,
You
ooh,
need some help?
ooh.
If you could just take us to the left a little bit, I think we would be fine.
I'm trying to move the mouse.
Lord Jesus.
Here, do this, child. He done asked 5 times on the shit trying to be. I got it.
All right, so just move me over just a little bit.
You see, it's hard. We need a mouse pad.
Oh, that's what it is.
Uh-oh.
All right, so this letter is a little bit lengthy. So, guys, I'm going to read it, and if y'all can start thinking about or formulating your opinions as I'm going through, just I know we don't have a lot of time left. So this letter comes from someone that's anonymous. We received this letter through email. And so the reader or the writer starts off like this. So this is a bit layered. I had a discussion with a friend about friends dating or interacting with folks that their other friends have dealt with. My argument was people aren't property. Naturally, someone you had a deep, meaningful connection with definitely should be a no-fly zone for your friends. But I also brought up, and for reference, within this circle of friends, this friend is that hoe friend that some of their meaningful relationships lasted 1 to 2 months across 10 to 12 people. Within a 2-year period, girl. Some of which I never met, not counting bodies in between that count. At what point do you give your friend a hard look, and at what point do you kind of feel embarrassed when everyone you might potentially date is good enough to bring around your friends, and somebody decides to reveal, oh, I've dealt with them before. And dealt with is like one of the sexual encounters where neither doesn't know the other's real name, or even if they did, it wasn't meaningful enough to mention the names at the moment.
One night stands.
Basically, one night stand. Do you cut someone off at that point? Do you fault your friend for even bringing it up if it meant nothing? Would you want to know if it's ever a factor presently? I feel like this conversation isn't had enough, or at the very least in a responsible way. My friend's stance is that it doesn't matter who it is, you should never touch them. If that's one person or 100 people, even if they never knew. And if you're a true friend, you should check or be ready to just dismiss them when you find out this information. So I'm assuming if you find out the person has talked to them or dealt with them, you're supposed to cut them off completely. Ignoring the psychological issues of what's a true friend, because that's a whole different thing. Lastly, what are your thoughts? I hope I worded the right way. It's a very layered topic, and I know I said a lot. Very layered, but we love it. Thank you. Don't shy away from sending us like layered things. Guys, what do we think?
Oh, let me go first real quick. Okay, so I got 30 seconds, right? So let me go. For me, if it's a one night stand, I do not care. Like, I'm not gonna stop you from finding that mean love your life and girl was just a nut for me. Now, if we had more than one night stands and like we on like a no name basis, like we try to date and it didn't work out, you don't touch that person.
Yeah.
That's my answer.
For me, I wouldn't, but like I just wouldn't, like whether like I know somebody had a one night stand with this person or even more than that, I don't want anything that you've had, because I don't want to feel like I'm picking up leftovers, even though.
I mean,
everybody's
somebody's leftovers,
but not in my group of friends, because what are the chances that. Like, I feel like Atlanta's small, so there are chances that, hey, like, we've even sent guys to the group chat, and one of us has been like, oh, I know him. Not that, we slept with him.
Not you. Not you.
But,
telling her.
Put our business out there.
So, but there's no, like, I feel like, no, there's no reason why in our circle, to me, that's just, I don't want you to know what my man's dick looks and feels like. So we're all out to brunch, and you had sex with my man before, and it's like, yeah, we're happy.
Okay,
happy,
it's 2022. No. What if it happened in 2011, love?
What do you mean?
It happened in 2011. It's 2022.
No, but I don't care. It's still the same dick. So I don't want you to know what I'm a selfish person when it comes to somebody that I'm with and I love.
That's not true.
So I don't want you touching him or have touched him. I don't want him to even have looked at you in that light before. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. And not that I'd be scared that it would happen again, But it's just like, of all the people in the world, we don't need to deal with people that each other has dealt with, in my opinion. But I wouldn't be mad if somebody is like, oh, well, you've only slept with this guy once and you don't even whatever, so I'm dating him. I wouldn't be mad. It's just not my style.
Okay.
So, no shade to none of my friends. I love y'all. But for me, no. If somebody's dealt with one of my friends, then child, because I know my friends and I know, you know what I'm saying, the type of people they attract. So for me, it's just absolutely.
So you wouldn't even be interested
absolutely
in. Okay.
not. If I found out, it's done.
Ooh, that was all shade.
Sorry, y'all, but it's the truth.
Oh, shit.
I'll hear about it.
Are you done?
I'm dead.
For me, a lot of my friends and I, we have like similar interests. And so I would actually be okay with it. Like if it wasn't a deep connection, my thing is the energy that you it has to be done. And so, you know, energy doesn't lie. So if you come around my friend group and we're talking and then I feel like a vibe.
And you kind of looking at me on the side.
And I'm be
like. You like this, give me your hand, give me your hand.
Like, I'm like, yeah, this isn't gonna work.
Right.
But if the energy is done and everybody's just cool, then I'm cool with it.
Oh, quick question. So, you know, some people have went to sex parties before, not me.
You know someone
But some people have, so you just had to like 10 seconds. So, you know, sex parties, you don't really, it's just like, girl, let's fuck and go to the next.
Got you.
If that happened,
Okay.
is that the same energy you giving?
I don't. The times I went to sex parties, I didn't just like.
No, I'm just saying, if that happened, would you?
Who went to sex parties?
You
I
know,
know someone.
if it happened, your friends say, "Oh, you know, I might in the party, but I met your friend at a sex party, but it was just that." Would you talk to him?
I don't know. We could probably go out for drinks and see.
Okay. What about you? Quick question: yes or no?
Yes.
Yes
No.
or no? Okay. Let's close this out.
All right. All right. Thank you again for tuning in to Open Relationship Podcast. Thank you for coming and joining the four of us as we swallow hard topic and spit difference of opinions.
For those who got liquor left.
All right.
Bye, guys. Cheers to season 5. Happy Pride Month.